Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Jamie for those of you who do not know me yet, and I talk all things sonography, but today's video is going to be a little bit different. We're going to be talking all things business. And with that being said, of course there's sonography involved. I own my own ultrasound studio and I'm loving every minute of it, and I've gotten a few questions on my last video that I kind of wanted to dive into and answer for you guys. I will say I've already recorded this video at least 3 times and each time I'm not happy with it. So hopefully today's video makes the cut because I want to get it uploaded for you guys as soon as possible because I have not forgotten about you. So let's go ahead and dive into this video. Okay, so when you're opening your ultrasound business, you do want to make sure that you have a passion for it, right? And also too, you're gonna need to figure out how much your overhead is gonna cost, the things that you need to go into business. So I would say the basic things that you're gonna need is to figure out whether or not you're gonna be a mobile ultrasound business or to figure if you're gonna have a storefront. And for me, I have a storefront, so you're gonna wanna make sure you find the right pricing that fits your budget. And also, you wanna, it's all, just with anything else and like everything else, it's about location. So you wanna make sure your studio is easy to find and is in a good location, but also you want your price point to be a lot lower than, as low as possible, because you don't wanna spend all this money on rent and not be able to afford anything else, right? So then you're gonna need to figure out how much furniture you're gonna want for your studio. You're gonna need to buy things for the studio, some things that you can sell. So buy some wholesale things like heartbeat animals and stuff like that. And then you're gonna need an ultrasound machine. In my studio, I use the Samsung WS80A, and that's because I do elective ultrasound, right? So with that, I need a good machine. I need like a top of the line machine. And I know there's more out there, but this is what we started off with, and I really like it. It's easy to use, and it's got great quality pictures. So, and those machines can run you a ton of money. Like I think our machine was about just under 40,000. So they're pretty expensive. It's like a car. And the probes alone are crazy expensive. So if you buy your own probes, make sure you don't break them. And if you do get them, try to get a warranty on them, right? Because they're really, really expensive. So those are the basic things that you're gonna need. You're also gonna need like a POS system. So some way that you can have your customers or clients book their appointment. You need to obviously set your pricing, and pricing is different no matter where you're at. So you wanna look at any other studios within your area and try to find like a happy medium there. But obviously you don't wanna underprice yourself. Now when you're starting off, this is the same for any business. Like when I used to do my own photography, I used to like do a bunch of stuff for free so that way I could build my portfolio. And it's kind of the same thing with an ultrasound business or anything like that, because you're gonna want to build a reputation for yourself, and obviously you wanna have a portfolio. So with that being said, I would say make sure you have social media set up and ready to go, have your own website and a scheduling website as well. So those are the basic things that you're gonna need. Obviously, there's a whole bunch more that goes into owning a business and starting a business, but those are the basics, right? Now, to get on to answering the questions, in my studio, like I said, I do elective ultrasound. And I'm gonna be quite honest with you, my situation was a little bit different than most people starting their business. And the reason being is the girl, my friend, who I went to college with, she already opened the studio, right? And she was moving to a different city, but wasn't quite ready to sell her studio. So she and I went half and half. So I bought half of it from her. Now I've bought 100%. Right? So we are still the same name, but I own the location that I'm at and she owns the location that she's at. So with that being said, she basically set up my studio, and I am like so grateful for that. It has made things a lot easier. However, it's not always that easy, especially when you're starting it by yourself. So she's pretty awesome because now she's started 2 locations all by herself. So it's pretty neat. So Christina had left me a comment, and she was asking about waivers and legal stuff on the business side of things. So she says she's a sonographer for 20 plus years, and she asked me if I do have my patients sign a waiver, and yes, I do. Definitely need to have those waivers signed, and just to make sure that you're covered and that they understand what their exam entails, right? And then she was also asking, do families ever ask if I see any abnormalities? And yes, all the time. They always ask me, but that's why when I go into an exam, because our waiver states that we're not allowed to diagnose, and then also when they come in, I reiterate that. So I let them know that I cannot diagnose. And then sometimes they still will ask, can you tell me, was everything good and this and that? And no, I can't tell you everything was normal. Like, because if I told you everything was normal and then you go to your doctor and something wasn't normal, now I'm held accountable and I could get sued or lose my license. Or vice versa, if I told you something was wrong and nothing was wrong, now you're mad at me and you could definitely sue me, and that's not what I'm here for, right? So I cannot diagnose and I won't diagnose, right? So yes, families ask me all the time if I see abnormalities, and unfortunately I can't. And so I have to just kind of repeat myself, you know, just let them know, hey, I know you want to know, but I'm not allowed to diagnose. So I can't say good or bad, right? And they typically will understand. And then the same thing is like when you're working in the hospital or the clinic, they'll ask it the same question, like, is everything normal? But they'll ask it in like multiple different ways. And and in my mind, I'm like, you're not gonna trick me to slip it up and answering your question. Like, you can ask it any way you want, and I'm still gonna tell you the same thing. I cannot diagnose. I'm not gonna risk my license and the thing that I love to do just to tell you that everything's okay. It's just not it. But anyways, Christina was also saying that she would love to start her own business, and I totally think it's worth it. Like, if it's your passion and you have the means to do so, go for it. Like, it's nice setting your own schedule. I will tell you, I had like an epiphany the other day. So I don't have my weekend girl anymore because she graduated nursing school and she got offered an amazing position as a pediatric RN. And I would be selfish to beg her to stay. So I told her, you know, I understand, and I think that she should definitely go pursue her career and her dreams, right? And so she did. So now I'm alone. And I was like, do I hire somebody? Like, do I wait till the beginning of the year? How do I do this? Like, I don't know what I want to do quite yet. So then the other day my husband was like, man, you see you work like every Saturday now? And I'm like, yes. And I was like, in my mind, I was like, did I make the right decision? Well, obviously I made the right decision because I can change that. I can fix that, you right? So eventually I am going to be looking for someone for the weekends. Ideally, I would love to hire a student that needed the help, and that way, you know, I could pay them and they can learn at the same time. So that would be like ideal for me because I'm all about helping others. But when that time comes, I might put out like an ad or something. I'm not quite sure yet. Or I might just call the schools. But yes, I would say if you're wanting to start your own business, do not let the legal side of things hold you back. I mean, it's always going to be something, whether it's legal, whether it's money, or something will always in our minds, especially if we're nervous or scared of the unknown, we're always going to find something that will hold us back. I say take the leap. If it's something you want to do, it has provided me more time with my family. I know I just said that now I'm working the weekends, but like I literally make my own hours now. And I can do that, and I can adjust my schedule how I need to. So, I mean, I have been able to take my children to school. And one of the things that I was really upset with about 2 or 3 years ago was that I would leave in the morning, I would wake my kids up and then leave before they left to go to school, and I'd come home after they were already home, and then it's time for dinner and bedtime, and I just felt like I was missing out on so much. So now every morning I get to take my kids to school, and I get to pick them up from school, and I'm home with them, and I get to sit down and do homework with them. So like for me, I'm able to do what I love, I'm able to provide for my family and spend time with them. And I'm not too exhausted at the end of the day to spend time with my husband. So it's a win-win situation. If it's something you want to do, I say do it. I mean, obviously there's gonna be the cons to anything that you do, but it's all about how you overcome that. So I say, if it's in your heart, do it. And if you need help, reach out. I'm all about talking to you and helping you out. So, but she also says thank you, or she also says that my studio looks amazing or incredible, and I appreciate it so much. I cannot take a lot of the credit for it. I've changed things here and there, but Caitlin had most of it set up already, and she makes it feel so cozy and so home-like, and I just love it. I literally feel like I leave my house, take my kids to school, and go back home. So, I mean, it's a nice feeling. And then I'm really close to home, like pretty close. I could come home on my lunch break. Like right now I'm home. I do have to run to the title company because my husband's a realtor, and I need to go drop off a check for him. But I mean, it's pretty nice. I make my own schedule. So if it's in your heart, do it. Well, I think I was looking through the comments. I thought I had way more about business, but I think I answered them all. I do have quite a few comments asking me to talk about the clinical side of things, and that will be my next video. So I hope you guys enjoy. If you have any more questions, please leave me some comments down below, and I look forward to making more videos. I love you guys so much, and thank y'all. Have a great day.